The Ahsoka series involved many fan-favorite characters like Thrawn, Anakin, and Ahsoka herself, but they all got outshined by an unfamiliar face, a new villain that instantly, through his magnetic presence, grabbed our attention.
We are no Jedi.
From the very beginning, an air of mystery enveloped Baylan Skoll and his apprentice Shin Hati. The way he mentioned the Jedi, the past, and the talk of ancient folk tales made it feel like this character had been around forever. At the same time, he radiated assertiveness in his every move and determination in his every word, while he, for some unknown reason, was fixated on a path towards Thrawn and another galaxy.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
For some, war. For others, a new beginning.
Every time this character opened his mouth, I was intrigued to hear what he wanted to say, and his take on this universe and its history was kind of unique. Every villain that's been a part of this franchise has either exploited or started some kind of conflict to seek power. Ultimately, they thrive in those environments. Baylan, however, had another take on it. As an antagonist, he pursued his own goals, acknowledging that they may inflict suffering on others, although he may not necessarily approve of it. However, he believed that these actions would pave the way for answers, and ultimately the end of the constant loop of war.
As you get older, look at history. You realize it's all inevitable. Fall of the Jedi, rise of the Empire. It repeats again and again and again.
When I analyzed this character, I realized that he in reality isn't anything extraordinary. There is no revolutionary twist, no groundbreaking complexity to this Force being, yet somehow he manages to overshadow even the main characters of the show, and I wonder how that's possible. What's most striking is his widespread popularity despite being a villain/anti-hero, and I think that's partly because of how the actor Ray Stevenson brilliantly portrays him, adding subtle hints of compassion and honor to his personality.
I gave her my word, and unlike her former master, I shall keep mine.
Combined with the formidable classic ruthlessness of a bad guy. He's not going to kill anyone out of sheer spite, like Maul or Palpatine could have done. He's more calculated than that and views bloodshed as an obstacle to overcome. Make no mistake, while Baylan may exhibit respect in certain scenarios, crossing his ambitions can lead to dire consequences, and this was evident on multiple occasions throughout the series. In a sense, he shares similarities with Thrawn in viewing the bigger picture as the most important, in that he plays his own game, while everyone else are focused on other aspects. But when it's time to act, the moral compass that you thought existed gets thrown out the window.
I shall demonstrate my power. Open fire.
I ask myself if the tragic passing of the beyond talented Ray Stevenson somehow elevated this performance, but I doubt it. This character would have been beloved either way, not because of the heartbreaking scenario, rather as a combination of the phenomenal acting and a script that truly made him shine. The traditional medieval knight archetype is uncharted territory for Star Wars, and it worked wonders as a result of it being a stark contrast to the samurai look of Ahsoka. Their duel is, in my opinion, one of the best Disney has created. It had everything from small details to enormous stakes and profound emotional resonance.
It didn't need to come to this. But you know no other way.
In today's stories, it's so easy for characters to fall into the category of either good or evil, and it makes everything so obvious and boring. But when you experience this duel, and when you listen to Baylan, you sense that he's more of an idealist than a pure villain. A survivor that through his past experiences has formed his own view of the world.
Do you miss it? The Order?
I miss the idea of it. but not the truth. The weakness. There was no future there.
If you look at his apprentice, Shin, she is more in line with the power-hungry Sith, yet you also understand that Baylan has taught her to be different. He even says so.
No. He was trained as a Jedi. You, I trained to be something more.
To be something neither the Jedi nor Sith could achieve. Whether Shin will become someone special, like Baylan himself, is up to debate, but I found their relationship interesting. They seemed to have had compassion and respect between them, like Master and Padawan, while at the same time tapping into the darker side of the Force. For instance, the second to last time we meet Baylan, he's on the verge of going his own way after dueling Ahsoka. However, we see him stop to contemplate whether it's more important to assist his apprentice than to pursue his own personal goals. That's not something a villain typically would have done, and I have come to the conclusion that it's small details like this that makes his character so loved and special, that he acts in a more complex manner than the typical character while simultaneously searching for answers regarding the Mortis gods and the power of the universe, topics that any Star Wars fan would be intrigued to delve deeper into. In this video I go over the reason the Mortis gods are back. Click on it to learn more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will have a great day.